What's going on, everybody? As you see, I cut my hair. It was too fucking hot. A lot of people were like, oh, they think everyone that grows their hair out is growing their hair out because they just love their hair and they love long hair and they won't cut it for nothing. It's like, no. Most of the time, I'm just too lazy to get a haircut. So I just let my hair grow long. It grows quick, so we'll be back soon. I normally get it cut about once a year, if not every 2 years. But anyways, let me get on with my video today. So, sitting here chilling, smoking, and I'm watching videos on Virginia Beach Jail. I think this is called Lockup or uh, Welcome to Jail. Book First Day In. That's what it's called. Book First Day In. Okay. And it got me, this lady just bailed out. And she paid $5,000 because her bail is $50,000. So most times you go to a bail bondsman, you pay 10%. So she had to pay $5,000. Now, I want to explain how bail works because a lot of people don't understand bail. Okay? They don't understand the concept of it. They don't understand how it works. So let me explain to you. Hopefully you never have to worry about it because you or your loved ones never go to jail. But just in case they do, I want you to fully understand how it works. Okay, so what bail is when you go to jail, you're innocent. It doesn't seem that way, but technically you're innocent because you haven't been found guilty yet. So all bail is depending on your charge, depending on who you know in the area. There's a couple different factors, but basically they need to determine how likely you are to show up for your court date. So if you have a serious charge and no ties to the area, to the neighborhood, they're gonna be like, man, this motherfucker gonna run. So they might give you no bail. If they really think you're not gonna show up, they'll give you no bail. But anyways, so the point is all bail is to make sure you show up to court. So if your bail is $5,000, you need to put up $5,000. Then when you go to court, you get your $5,000 back. So the way a bail bondsman works is you go to them and say your bail is $5,000. They put up the $5,000, okay? You pay them 10%, $500, okay? So when you go to court, it's on them. If you don't show up, they don't get their $5,000 back. That's why they come looking for your ass, because they want their money back. But if you do show up, or when they catch you and you do show up, voluntarily or involuntarily, basically when you get there, they get their $5,000 back. You don't get your $500 back. That's where a lot of people are mistaken. So if you have enough money to put up the entire bail without going through a bail bondsman, you can get all your money back. In that case, I'd say 100%, maybe not 100%, but most of the time in that case is worth bailing out. Honestly, if it was me, I didn't bail out. I knew that I was going to prison. I had already had in my mind I was probably going to end up taking a plea. They were trying to give me 20 years plus. My lawyer saying we're going to lose. I'm not going to court with the lawyer saying that we're going to lose because I don't feel like you're going to fight for me. To me, that's like me and my homeboy getting a fight and he's like, we about to get our ass whooped. Are you serious? Yo, we about to whoop these motherfuckers' asses. Otherwise, I feel like you're defeated. You have a defeated attitude. Of course you're gonna lose. In your mind, we've already lost. So what the fuck are we doing? I want you to be like, yo, we about to take these niggas' heads off. You know what I mean? Be ready to go. Be ready for a fight. My lawyer is like, yeah, if we go to court, you will lose and you will get 20 years. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's talk about a plea. And I know that's probably what they were trying to do because most cases in America get played out. Very rarely do they go to court. It's just like you see these things on. I can go down a rabbit hole in this bitch, and I'm not trying to. The point, the moral of this video is bail. So, if you don't bail out, and say you do a year in county jail, whatever, it could be city, I don't know. I just call it county. But anyways, say you do a whole year in the jail, waiting to go to court, and then when you go to court, you get found guilty, and you get 5 years. The way it works is, most of the time, I don't know if it's has to be. I've never seen where they don't give you time served, but basically because you stayed in jail, they give you a year time served. Because technically, leading up to that sentence, None of that time you were innocent. So none of that time technically kind of counts, but it does. Like I said, I've never seen a court say, oh, you did a year in jail, we're not going to count that. But I guess if they really wanted to be assholes, they probably could. I'd have to look that up. I'm not a fucking lawyer. Anything I say on this channel is just my opinion. I've been around a lot. I know a lot. But that doesn't mean I can't be wrong. But anyway, so point is, if you bail out, say you do 6 months in county, and you're like, man, this shit sucks. I want to go home. I want something to, and whatever. And you go home. All this 6 months you did doesn't count. Now, they could possibly, I guess, say, okay, you did 6 months. Now, I know for a fact, if you have 6 more months and then you go to court, so you did 6 months in jail, 6 months on bail, then you get found guilty. If they count anything, they're going to count them first 6 months. The 6 months you were at home that you were bailed out for sure isn't going to be counted because you wasn't locked up. So, my point of saying that is two things about bail that you need to understand. Number one, if you go through a bail bondsman, you will not get that money back. That is their fee. That is money that you're paying that you're going to lose. So, this bitch I saw today, her husband kicked out 5 G's for her to come home. And more than likely, she's going to jail. The bitch had damn drug charges. The reason why she was locked up here was just because she missed court on a felony. She talking about, oh, I didn't set my alarm. No, bitch. You set your alarm. You didn't want to go to court because you thought you were going to prison that day. You know you're going to be found guilty. So, but anyways, the whole point is, them 5 stacks, they lose that. They're not going to get that back. They spent $5,000 for her to come home, probably for a few months before she goes to prison. Now, if you have it like that, that's fine. But she was acting like they didn't have money like that. So to me, I would have been like, yo, take that 5G, spend it on the kids. Shit, that could buy a whole nother car. I'd be like, shit, use that money for the family while I'm in prison. You know what I mean? Like, while I'm doing my time, hold it down. You know what I mean? Like, don't waste that money just to get me out of jail for a couple months. I can do my time. That's the part that kills me the most, yo. People get locked up and they calling everybody and their mama talking about, please bail me out. I can't stay in here. Bail me out. Bail me out. Nigga, you're the one that did the motherfucking crime. Now do the motherfucking time. When I got locked up, I wasn't crying like a bitch asking anybody to come bail me out. Matter of fact, I was telling people, don't bail me out. My mom was talking about, oh, I could probably borrow money. Mom, don't do all that. It wasn't your fault that I did what the fuck I did. I'm in here because of me. Even if I was innocent, I'm a motherfucking man. I stand on my shit. I don't care if I'm innocent or guilty. Don't spend money that we don't have to get me out. Now, it's a different story if you're rich and you got money like that. I don't know. I've never had money like that. I've been a broke motherfucker my whole life, so I can't tell you how the other side thinks. But how I think, save your money. Stay in jail, tough that shit out, yo. Like, for real. Just do that shit. Be a man. Stand up. Face that shit. Or be a woman. Because women get locked up too. Either way. You out there in the motherfucking streets. Be in the streets. It's like motherfucking Carlito's way. All of a sudden the lawyer want to sit there and act like he gangsta and shit. Want to sit there. And then when the motherfucking shit drop, he want to sit there and be like, oh, I'm just a lawyer. Oh, what's going on? Nah, nigga, you want to be in the streets. Now you in the streets. That's how the shit is, yo. If you don't want to be in the streets, then don't be in the streets. That's my whole thing. I've been saying this so many times, yo. It's like, people, if you a bitch, I don't care if you a bitch. Just say you a bitch. People always want to act like they something they not. Just say what the fuck you are. I said that before about racists. If you're a racist, I don't care. You don't have to like me. But just admit it. What pisses me off when people are something or act a certain way and then they want to act like they're not that way. They want to be like, oh, I'm not this, I'm not that. Well, nigga, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it's a motherfucking duck. Nigga, you a duck. You acting like a goddamn duck. Whatever the duck is. It might be a bitch. It might be a snitch. It might be a motherfucking racist. It might be a coward. Who knows? Whatever. Like, if you're a coward and you don't want to fight, then just say that. Just be like, yo, I'm a bitch. I don't want to fight. Simple as that. Nothing wrong with that. But don't sit there and run your fucking mouth. And then when motherfuckers make your shit bleed, be like, oh, I don't know what the fuck happened. What happened was you ran your fucking mouth and you wasn't ready for that shit. Don't run your mouth if you ain't ready to back that shit up. But anyways, I'm way off the subject. We're talking about bail, and here I am talking about motherfuckers fighting and shit. Anyways, so my point is, bail. All it is a promise saying that you're going to show up for court. So if you have enough to put up the whole bail, I say do it. If you don't, and you want to go through a bail bondsman, if it's worth you spending that money to get out, maybe, you spend $500 on bail bondsman and you get out. But the 6 months or the couple months that you're out, you're working. You're going to make that 6 months back. You're going to make that $600 back. I hope if you're working, I hope you at least make that much. You can make that much at fucking McDonald's. Anyways. So my point is, when you're locked up, you won't be making any money. So sometimes it's financially better for you to be outside making money than it is to be in jail not making money. You know what I mean? So it all depends, but I just wanted people to understand the basic concept. You go through a bail bondsman, you don't get your 10% back. You pay the whole thing, you go to court, you get your money back. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and head out. Holler at y'all later.